Okay, so task C is to edit the mouse so the mice will turn and move randomly. Okay, so let's go to the mouse class and see what we need to do to make that work. Um, let's scan through this class and see what code is given to us. There's a lot of code here provided by the exam board. Let's go through it. So first thing I can see is that it's declaring four variables to represent four directions. East is 0, west is 1, north is 2, and south is 3. Now look at this. These are static and final variables. Well, actually, final means it's a constant. My mistake. It's not a variable at all. These are constants. They will not change their value. East will always have the value 0. Okay, and static means there's one copy of this constant made for every single mouse object that we make. Okay, if we have two mice, there's one copy of this constant. If we have 50 or 100 mice, there's still only one copy of this constant because it's a static constant. It makes one copy for every single mouse object. However, there will be every single different mouse will have its own direction variable. Okay, so the direction will take one of these values to say which direction that particular mouse is moving in, and direction is a variable of type integer. Right? So these are static. These are this is constants. This is a dynamic variable. Okay. Right. So when we create a mouse, the direction by default is set to east. Okay, to 0. We'll add some code here, the act method to make a random movement. We've got a move method which will move the mouse just one cell forward in the current direction. Okay, so it will move each mouse forward just one space, right? Then, depending, it will check if it can move. If it can't move because it's on the edge of the screen, this method will return. It will exit without moving the mouse. Then it will check what direction it's facing in, and it will change its location based on that. Okay, so if it's going south, it will change it by +1, which means going down just one space. Okay, the x variable x coordinate stays the same. The y coordinate will go move just one. Okay, similarly for east, the x coordinate will go +1 going across the screen. North is going to go up the screen, or -1, and west is going to go left, therefore it's x coordinate -1. Okay, we don't really need to worry about how that works, but just it's nice to see and go through it and understand what it's doing. Right, the can move method checks if the mouse can move. Right, it will give back the value of true if it can move in this direction, false if it can't move in that direction. Okay, then there's a turn left method which depending on the current direction of the mouse will turn the mouse left. So if the mouse is facing south, then turning left means to turn east. Okay, it's going, if the mouse is going down the screen, turning left means to go this way. Okay, so turn left will work out which way to turn based on its current direction. Set direction will then set a new direction for the mouse. Okay, based on the value of an integer. So the value is going to be 3 for south. It's going to set the rotation of the mouse to be 90 degrees, which means going down. Okay, so these methods are given to us. We don't need to write the code for that. We just need to write the code to make a new random number to represent the direction and set that direction and move the mouse. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to declare a new variable called int random direction equals, I'm going to check the documentation here for the random number is in the Greenfoot class. So if I go down to get random number, and I can see it needs one parameter, which is the limit, and the limit is exclusive, so it's not going to include the number we put here. So if we need a random number between 0 and 3, our limit should be 4. It should be one above what we need, okay? Because it's exclusive, it does not include the number we put here. So I'm going to make it say get Greenfoot dot get random number bracket bracket semicolon, and the random number is between 0 and 4. If I compile that, yeah, good. Now I've made a new random number for our new direction, and I need to set that set direction, okay, with this new random number, set direction. Just copy and paste the name of the variable. I highly recommend you do this in the exam. Copy and paste your variable names after they've been declared so you don't have any spelling mistakes, okay? Set direction to the random direction, and then we set the direction, compile that, move the mouse in that new direction, okay? Compile that. And that actually is enough to get the marks for task C, okay? If I go back to the game and run the game, the mice should move random direction. Oops, they're moving super quickly. Let's slow down the game a bit, move the slider for the speed. And we can see these mice are just moving one square at a time in a random direction. So that's worked fine. That's enough to get the marks for this question in the exam. Edit the mouse so it moves and turns randomly. Okay, let's check the mark scheme which I've opened here as well. The mouse moves randomly around the world. The random movement is implemented using get random. Okay, so that is fine for the marks for this. Okay, good, thank you.